Sunday. Guess what? We shouldn't work on the weekend. We had a small breakdown yesterday again. We're gonna fix that today. I was gonna keep this dryer going. Yeah, it's about 5:30 now. I was here at 5, get things going. Unfortunately, maybe I should have, with the breakdown, I was like, you know what, we should have enough corn to go run off in the wet bin, but we should have came back around 9 o'clock and filled it because it shut down at 3 a.m. So we didn't lose too much time. We're started, we're going again. It is what it is. Let's get, yeah, I'll get these unloaded, we'll get to the shop. Okay, so we got the first light on. So because we broke here, we didn't get everything right full. So usually by the morning, if everything is full, I can refill that wet bin pretty well right up. And then we're good for quite a while for the morning. Usually you get chores done and other things out of the way. But so it's Sunday, so we're just gonna do chores, a whole lot, except for corn harvest going on. So this is what broke. That's interesting. So we did take a ratchet and turn this, so everything still spins. Okay, I'm sorry, this will be a little glitchy. This thing keeps saying it's dead. It says it's 45%. 45% should be lots of battery. I don't know if anybody else has a problem with GoPros, but they're great for durability, and the quality of sound and everything seems to be pretty decent, but as for a camera, the battery life sucks. Anyway, so we took a ratchet, we've spun everything, and it all works freely. So we were in some little bit tougher corn, as in like it was coming out dry, but the stalks seem to be still green, and you could like squeeze some moisture out of them. So with the Comber snap rolls, it actually really makes the combine work in some tougher conditions. Even though it's just the 6 rows of Fury, those do suck some horsepower. There's no. Okay, so I'm gonna actually run home, have a coffee. I'm gonna let you guys charge, and we're gonna get back to this later this morning. Okay, we're back. I've actually got my work clothes. So yes, this is broken. This is broken. So yeah, so now it's Sunday. So last night we had the guys look out from our John Deere closest dealership to us, which is Full Line. So there is a couple of these in like Grimsby and places, and they can have parts maybe Tuesday. I kind of want to go in today. So here is kind of what I'm thinking. The problem is if I get a brand new sprocket, I should get a new chain, new front sprocket, new idler sprocket, and all fresh. Because if you just get one sprocket, it'll wear the chain weird. So if I fix this right now, this will get us through the season, and then we will put brand new stuff on it in the off season, and we'll go to the other side, and I'm gonna check it out too. So that is kind of my game plan. So I think I'm gonna throw this piece in the lathe, and we are going to kind of get that a little bit nicer, and then we're going to grind that piece off. So this was all one piece, but I'm pretty if I welded both sides, it's going to be fine. The thing is, we got to make sure it's going to be square, because if it's off kilter, it'll do a wobble, and that's not good either. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful and cautious when we do this, but it can be done. So I want to say in the diagram, we're going to get a good bevel in here. I'll take out some of this crud right here. Make sure it's centered, and we'll weld it. We have shimmed this up the same height as that sprocket there. We have made sure it's center. We're going to tack it, weld it together, and hopefully back at her again.
Rather cool.
Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day again. So yes, we got it bolted up. We just have the chain loose. We're going to take this outside and just give it a run at idle, just to make sure you don't see any wobbling or anything silly.
I think that's gonna work.
So this is by far the toughest season we've ever had with harvest as for breakdowns. Like, yeah, normally maybe a little bit drier, but for the combine, for everything that's happened to it, this is a big first. And I guess I will, like, of course, yes, time went through it, but usually we take the combine for a big service, but they didn't have any time to squeeze us in, obviously, because I think they can't get parts for other combines. Anyways, we are making do.
I'm just gonna stay back here. Obviously, I don't have the tensioner tight.
I think it's gonna work. Go back to the shop, we will tighten the tensioner, put the guard back on, put oil back in, and good to go until the next breakdown. There's room for 20,000 more. So, Owen's greasing his head. We've got oil in the gearbox again and waiting for Wes and Mike. Gonna get back to it. Okay, so while we're waiting for Mike and Wes to get here, which we told them not to be here for a little while because we wanted to let the dryer get a little more ahead. We decided we're gonna scoot down, just him and I, with the buggy and the combine and finish up those last few rounds. The field that we're at and the field that we're gonna go to next are quite a bit far, or fairly far away, so we might as well just take this moment. Have a quick powwow, make a game plan. We're heading to the next field. Okay, we're here. Time for a little montage. Enjoy. hope you enjoyed that montage. Owen decided he wants to go chisel plow another farm, so I'm gonna run the combine for today. So that's all right. Well, I see the coons are busy. Makes you mad. Makes you really mad. It's that time. Okay, well, I think that's all I got for everybody today. That's a long enough day. So, I will see you in the morning. It's supposed to be a rain day. Got some things going on. I'll show you then. Bye. Good morning. I thought I lost you guys. I had to walk all over the farm, check all the tractors, the trucks. Finally found you. Next day, it's this misty, foggy, rainy, crappy day. So we're just gonna keep the dryer running. I'm hoping to core that bit into the feed barn. Gotta change some tires. A couple odds and ends before I let you guys go for the day. Calibration for the morning. Dry. So this is going to beep 2 minutes. Like every 15 seconds. Every time it beeps, you do that. And there it is. That way I'm getting a sample from every column. That computer tells you the average, and you gotta double check the average. The old 13-inch, she huffs the corn pretty good, so kinda got him way of my test. That's okay. Okay, so we're at 17.7 hot. Basically, well, 118. That's a 1.5. 16.2, but it's going to be coming into the bin when it's cold. So, it thinks it's 17.1. So we're going to adjust that. And we'll come back in an hour. So I was noticing even a little before here, 15.9 at 6 a.m. But last night we were coming at 13, 14. So it's not the end of the world. So what goes on is there's 24% corn on the bottom and there's 20 to 18% corn on the top. So when it kind of switches varieties, I always notice the sensor takes a little bit of a loop. So I know last night Owen was here at 11. He does the later shift than I do. it was good. So we're not that far off in the bin. I'm not concerned. But we are going to change it. Press OK. Come back in an hour. Double check. My biggest thing is the dryer will do what it needs to do as long as the sensor reads correct. And then I try not to switch varieties in the bins because of this issue, but just the way it worked out. So we're going to deal with it. It's hardly going to be enough corn in there to do anything. Not to mention that's at the top of the bin, and that's actually going to core that. And pretty much that's going to come right through anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. Also, you can see right there, bushels in my bin. I have 40,286. So we have about 10,000 bushels left, and that bin will be full. I have gone up and tapped it. I'll be tapping it today again, but I would think by, I won't have enough corn to actually fill it today, but it'll be close. Okay, so I had to grab a coffee. I see my boys this morning, so it's just coming on 8 o'clock now. Yeah, 8 o'clock, so we're gonna do another test here. So the first one 15.8, this was 15.4, and 12. So in an hour, they definitely changed quite a bit. So also the dryer, so it's saying 16.2. So because I changed it, and it was what did we say there? 17.7. And I told it what it was actually doing, so it knew that I put too wet of corn in there. So it's going to start putting too dry of corn in there to bring it to where I want to be, where I want to. Which I actually wanted at, well, I'm actually shooting 15.3, 15.2 at this point. And the dryer knows that. It's pretty close. Yeah, 16.2, I haven't seen any 16.2s, but 15.8, very consistent. Two 15.8s, one 15.5. So that's very close. I'm actually going to tell it that it's 15.5, and we're going to let it rock and roll. We got a load of corn going out. So notice that's louder. I've been playing with it, speeding her up. She's working now. Unfortunately, my green was close as red dog. I just scooped it out. The corn will be out of here momentarily. So the belts are wet. We're letting this warm up. Oh, I was just slowly feeding it. What a mess now. Rain, red dog. Ugh. Okay. Gonna tarp that out of here. We're gonna get this out of the way, empty the buggy. We're gonna core that bin. Oh, I don't know about you, but I love starting this thing. Let her warm up. Get the buggy. I know you guys want to hear the 77s. still in the wagon. You know what's funny? On crappier days, the screen actually doesn't look too bad, but still not great. Horses are back into the stable. We're getting that 6410 put away. Got a few odds and ends in the shop, and that'll be everything for you guys today anyways in the show. Okay, so we're just back in the shop for a moment, and then we're elevating corn from that 50,000 bushel bin to the feed barn. But my new tires should be in. Look at these things. Those are just, wow. Now I know there's a tube in here, but those are due for a change. So I'm gonna change those a little bit later on today. As soon as he calls me and they're in, I better check the wheel bearings. It's been they weren't wobbling there the other day, but I should still, I think, put some new grease in and all that fun stuff. But let's go elevate. Okay, I don't got this going super fast, but you can see, you know, those cracked corn. So basically all the junk always stays in the center of the bin. So that first few loads, or pretty much the first load coming out, this one's probably 2 loads, the smaller one's 1. Kind of get the fine, and you'll get docked for that when you sell it. So the chickens, we're already grinding anyway, so I might as well pour all the bins and put it in the feed barn, and they get to eat it. Okay, well, we're elevating, do another test. Actually, we got some good test weight. Yeah, that probably will come up as it cools down. Not much, but it might. But that's pretty happy with that test weight. So 16.8. Our moisture tester, 16.8. 124. 122. I am just gonna leave that. You know what? We'll just change the grain temp. We'll just put that right, and boom. So it is definitely doing what it wants to do. My target is 15.2 dry, and it's coming out at, and so it wants to hit 16.6 at a certain temp. And actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna bump that up to 15.5 because we're almost at the end of that bin. Okay, so I've said this before, so this dryer is coming out at a hot kernel temp, so 123. So to get to our 15.5, theoretically I think it should be at around 17, because at 120 you're gonna lose about 1.5 points. So 1.5 points of 17 would be 15.5. But it wants 16.9, so that'll be about 15.4 theoretically. So I'm happy with the targets. I'm happy that everything's going. We're just gonna leave it, let it do its thing. And that bin was pretty close to being full. Let's see what we got here. Operating data, we got the bin report. So yes, we have 41,695 bushel sitting in that bin. So it won't be full with what I got, but once we get back in the corn, I'm going to keep a close eye on that. Plus, we've already climbed up and there's a little over a ring left. So we know we're getting close. And this is theoretical. But they say it's close. I have no idea. It's the first year I've really been using the quantum to tell me how many bushels are sitting in each bin. Well, I don't think I'm going to use those chisel plow tires today. I have actually been screwing around with this a little bit. I just try to make it run as quick as possible, and I have found out that all depends on your moisture. And heavier corn, I can run, but it all depends. Drier corn will flow quicker, so I got to run less of a rate. Wetter corn, I can run a higher rate. But it'll still move the same amount of product. Anyways, I have I got the airlock in plug, but I kept clicking the pop-up switch. But I think I got things running. I've learned a little bit today what you do every year. I can really use the dryer for a month at a time, 2 months, depending on how big of a season you guys got. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it with that today. And you guys make sure you like, subscribe. Have a good one. Peace.